This year marks Midland Power's 30th anniversary.
We had just went through a vote. The Green and Hardin RECs voted on a plan of merger. There were some lessons learned in the Green and Hardin merger. We carried those lessons into the Humboldt merger. So how Midland is strategically positioned has enabled us to have the growth that covers the fixed costs to keep our rates down.
The benefits for the members are when you bring the two co-ops together, you're going to save money because you're not duplicating some things. So you've got one audit each year versus two. You're running one billing system, so you're able to create some staffing savings and some savings from consulting and those type of things. But also there's the shared knowledge that comes with that. So when you bring two systems together, each system has expertise, maybe a little more in one way or the other, and you're able to share that across. If you go back to 1992 and think about where we were from technology, we're all enjoying standard cable TV and flip phones, and now we're streaming and have a cell phone that probably has more technology on it than many of the early spacecraft that we put on the moon.
Well, I guess I feel as Midland, we're always a outlooking co-op, from the mergers that we've had in the past to just how we run business. We're always looking for the next thing, trying to economic development, always trying to get the new load in, and also just, taking care of our customers that have been loyal to us for, their whole life. We have customers on the line that have been there a lot of years, and, we appreciate them and try to do the best we can to, support them.
That spirit of service was evident in December when severe weather struck our system.
Widespread damage. With the derecho coming through, we had poles down, both Midland Power poles were knocked down, but actually quite a few more transmission poles knocked down, which blocks the service to our substations, which then creates widespread outages. So from just across multiple counties, so taking Greene County and moving west through Boone County and into Story County and across, and then up into somewhat into our Humboldt counties and Hardin counties. Lots of poles down, trees coming through line. Actually had a brand new substation that was heavily damaged, and you're talking steel beams that are pushed and bent and poles bent over in those. And the storm that hit in December, it hit late in the evening. So you're trying to assess that damage at dark, and that's very hard. You're literally driving out with a flashlight trying to see where those poles are down. Our linemen, those guys are dedicated, they are in the hard weather, they're out late. At the same time, stressing safety because working at night is dangerous, and those storms, you never know what you're going to come up on. So I'm so thankful for their commitment to restoring power, but also being safe.
Very impressed with the crews. They get out there and work, and they're safe about it. Because at Midland, safety is a culture.
So what keeps me up at night is when the guys are out working. The main goal is to make sure they make it back home.
Safety is huge to a co-op. It's a dangerous business, the lineman route, and working around high voltage electricity, oftentimes in dangerous situations. So having a full-fledged safety program that really drives that culture is an advantage that maybe a smaller system doesn't have some of those opportunities.
Last year, employees safely worked more than 109,000 hours without a lost time accident. In fact, employees have worked since 2019 without an OSHA recordable accident.
I think Midland ranks towards the top end of reliability compared to other utilities. We spend a lot of time and money on resources to keep the reliability up on our system. We invested an extra couple $100,000 in our tree trimming, in our vegetation budget. Trees are your #1 cause of outages.
Midland also continues to make substantial investments in strengthening our infrastructure.
We are at the Scranton substation, which is a brand new rebuild from a 34.5 kV sub to a 69 kV sub. We came up with that work plan by doing a study of the entire system and breaking it out through a 4-year period. So this year we did a lot of our work up in the Iowa Falls and the Boone area. So that was where all of our line rebuild work was. And then for our substation rebuild work, we did the Scranton sub and then the Bagley sub just south of Jefferson. The direct impact for the member is a higher grade service directly leaving the sub, so more ampacity carrying through the lines. We're on a pretty good track right now. We have a lot of our main line that's already upgraded to heavier construction. The main focus right now is getting these subs converted from 34.5 to 69 kV, and then the rest of the backbone is actually in pretty good shape.
In May, we broke ground on the new Hastings substation located at New Cooperative's Cooper location. We also completed other key projects, including upgrading the Bagley and Cherdan substations and replacing 30 miles of old line to help ensure reliable service for our members.
Well, Midland Power's culture has always been member first. As a cooperative, that's what we do. We're not in this as an investor-owned utility trying to make money for investors. We are member-owned. Everything we do is for the benefit of our members. We have an array of rebates and incentives out there. Midland Power Cooperative actually offers a reduced heating and cooling rate. So if the main source of your heating system inside your house is electrically driven, heat pumps, electric heat systems, you can qualify for a reduced rate structure on your home. All this comes back as a benefit to our membership as well as to the co-op, because it is an avenue for us to help keep our costs down, help to keep demand costs down. And so really it's a win-win for the cooperative, but mostly it's a big win for our membership.
Midland's Community Solar Program is another example of our focus on developing innovative solutions for our members. Located at our Iowa Falls Service Center, the 150 kilowatt solar array takes the hassle out of owning solar.
If a storm comes through, I pick it up, I fix it, I make sure it works every day. You have somebody personally managing your solar off-site. You don't have to look at it, you don't have to deal with it and worry about cleaning it. Everything's taken care of for the membership from the co-op. So purchasing your solar through our community solar program is a proactive way to guarantee what your KW costs will be in the future. There's not a hidden fees, everything is black and white. We explain it all to you before you buy the contract. And it's just a big alternative to trying to have your own on your own property and maintain it.
Midland can also help members interested in installing their own renewable system.
Midland Power is actually part of a company called Iowa Choice Renewables, which helps members figure out what solar might be able to do for them and how much energy it might be able to offset, what a payback might look like on that. And so if you call us, we can take you all the way from just designing a system all the way to a turnkey system that meets your goals and your needs.
Midland's power providers, Corn Belt Power Cooperative and Central Iowa Power Cooperative, continue to bring new sources of energy into their resource mixes. The Wapello Solar Project came online in March and is the largest solar generating facility in the state. This 100 megawatt AC solar field provides power to SIPCO and is part of an energy portfolio that balances wind and solar generation with critical baseload power sources including coal and natural gas. This all-of-the-above strategy helps ensure we can continue to power our economic growth.
Over the past 30 years of Midland Power, we've had really excellent success in our growth. We were positioned well, we're in the right footprint. Efforts from local government, economic development communities helping us as well. Partner with them has really put Midland on the forefront of the economic development branch. Selling this facility in the last year was probably one of the highlights for us in kind of the economic development side. We're really excited about CNI coming into this facility, working with Iowa Falls Economic Development and Midland Power as far as our promotions and doing that, so we're excited for them. This park was developed in the mid-90s. You know, it's a 40-acre industrial park. So when we built this, it's to grow our kilowatt-hour sales. When we can sell more kilowatt-hours and spread our fixed cost over that base, it's going to keep the electricity cost to our membership lower.
Midland continued our tradition of investing in our communities last year, supporting numerous projects and organizations, including the Greene County Early Learning Center.
We are in the new facility that we've been building for the last few months and we'll be opening really soon. Midland Power worked with other electric organizations and pulled together a donation for the new building, as well as a pass-through for our USDA loan. Midland Power was great to work with. They really have been. We've had some very unique positions to work with, and everybody has been great.
Concern for community is a key cooperative principle. Last fall, Midland employees spent the day making improvements at Ledges State Park near Boone, and Ambrose A. Call State Park near Algona during our annual Volunteer Day. Supporting our communities also means carefully balancing the need to make smart investments to maintain and improve reliability, while keeping our rates affordable.
We have to look at our budget every month, and the financials are part of our monthly meetings, and if we need to get together more often than that for something, then that's what we do. Midland Power invested more than $5 million in substations and infrastructure to improve reliability. Last year, we returned over $2 million in patronage to our members. By doing so, that puts money back into our communities.
Last year, 70% of every dollar spent went toward the cost of purchased power, with residential members accounting for half of the cooperative's revenue. Our annual audit showed Midland to have a clean financial bill of health.
And over the last 20-some years, I've seen that at Midland and the co-ops we worked with, it's all about providing safe, reliable, cost-effective electrons to your customers.
One of the exciting things for me about working at a co-op is that the co-op is focused on the membership and what's best for the membership. If you go back to the 1930s when the co-ops were formed, it was about improving the quality of life for their membership. Yeah, we brought electricity to the farm, but it was really about improving the quality of life and making people's lives better, going from your child studying by candlelight or lantern to having a light to study by. And I think going forward, I hope remains the commitment, that it's a focus on doing the best job for our membership and doing it locally. I think there's an advantage to being able to be local, that our membership knows our board of directors, they know the linemen in the community, they can stop by an office and have a local office. I think that we're 30 years from now, I hope we have that same commitment to caring for the member, improving their quality of life, and doing it on a local basis.